Once again, we are back on Boond Soch ki ttalk train of thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Roshan Mansukhani, who is a music therapist, motivation practicing counselor, and a soft skill trainer. In fact, it's an interesting insight to what we are getting as far as a practice of a music therapy which is concerned. Sir, welcome back again to this show. Now, in fact, when we talk in terms of COVID-19, जो दुनिया को हिला दिया था, world over, I think we had a problem. And during that particular phase, so can you share with our target audience the initiative what we have taken and the kind of an hearts which you have touched in bringing them out from the depression and the stress which is there?
In my क्या बोलते हैं boundaries during the lockdown, whatever best I could do, I stretched. Of course, giving a complete salute to our defense forces, Mumbai police, volunteers, doctors, everybody who went on the streets, hands down. मेरी एक छोटी कोशिश थी, sir. You know, my window, my hall window, living room, we face around 35 to 40 flats. So I used to put, I'm talking about the first lockdown, I used to put a message on every alternate day. Chalo aaj music karte.
Okay.
And I put my speaker on the window. And 6:30 sharp, we started with the national anthem.
Okay.
And one day it was Mohammad Rafi ke gaane. One day country music. You know. One day for youngsters, Inca type of music. No dancing business. One day was slow Bollywood music. Alag music. We have celebrated birthdays from the window.
I see.
I remember an instance, there was this gentleman, a very senior citizen, 78, 80, and his family shared, he was very depressed. You know, because this was like the hardcore lockdown happening. And all I said, Uncle ji ko window pe la do. He said, nahi aayenge. I said, la do, kuch na kuch lana padega. And everybody sung the birthday song for him.
Okay.
Just imagine that happiness in him. He had tears in his eyes, his daughter said. You know? So that was, I was a small instrument in helping.
Correct.
You know, it because people used to look out. But I did not do it every day. Reason is, or even we should do it for only 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because even too much of music
Correct.
is bad.
More distraction.
It dilutes.
Correct.
So when people say, oh, I listen to ye music and wo music, I said, sab kuch sunna, but zyada bhi mat karna, because number one, you're diluting it. You will only get a headache.
Correct.
So limit everything. But we just don't want to limit this. I call this a walking terrorist.
Yeah, that's a problem in today's scene, or like.
This is a major growing problem.
So now, in fact, during that time, I'm sure chaos everywhere, and many of them who have lost their job, their pay cut, many issues. उस समय में maybe overall people took time to come out from that particular stress or anxiety, but still that exists.
It was there. Virus was there. A dangerous virus was there. But what gripped the people more than the virus was the fear. I'm equally human. Even I had fear. You know, but one thing I kept in my mind, if we are calm, we can think rationally.
Correct.
And then the door of Zoom opened. And touch wood, word of mouth, I started doing a lot of talks on music therapy with different society groups. A talk, not just listening to music. वो तो आप खुद कर सकते हो.
Yeah.
We connected with a lot of offices. pan India, couple of them abroad.
Mhm.
I connected more interestingly to a lot of young students
Mhm.
from, of course, colleges over here,
Mhm.
abroad, who are stuck, who can't come back.
Mhm.
They were going through hell. So I have connected to, I think, around 10 to 12 different countries
Oh. Through Zoom and all.
through Zoom, through video calling. We've been talking. Pan India is one part of it,
Mhm.
but otherwise. So I wouldn't say that I've done wonders.
Mhm.
I've done everything I could in my limited capacity, with my capability, wherever I could be an instrument to help that person.
Mhm.
The person has reached out, I'm there if I can.
Correct. Correct.
But I tried to make myself available whenever I could to reach out back to the person.
Okay. Now, when we talk in terms of there are the various courses in all the relevant area which are there, we talk in terms of music therapy also. I think there are the courses on music therapy and certification also. So anything which you can share with the target audience?
Yes, there are a lot of certifications. It's a deep science in it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go too much detailing in it because it's very simple, sir. The way I look at life,
Mm-hmm.
if for a 25-year-old person, youngster, you try explaining something more scientific
Mm-hmm.
when it pertains to music,
Doesn't correct.
he will never connect. He will never sit next to you.
Correct.
So might as well I give you existing music
Mm-hmm.
and empty that bottle of yours
Mm-hmm.
so that you can connect to yourself, because my therapy teaches you one thing:
Correct.
disconnect to connect.
Okay. You need to empty the
Because
bottle.
that time
Correct.
your bottle is right there in you.
Mm-hmm.
Disconnect from the world, disconnect this out to connect fresh thoughts.
Correct.
And that is where you will self-motivate yourself to take up every challenge as that small hurdle which you can overcome seamlessly.
Good. I think it's a great insights. I'm sure the youngsters and the parents who are listening to Mr. Roshan Mansukhani, you have to empty the bottle first and to have a fresh thoughts in your mind so that whatever the anxiety, depression which is there, I think is out. I'm sure this is what ttalk platform is all about. Where experts like Mr. Roshan Mansukhani comes and shares his experience and something to give it back to a society in a meaningful way. In a process, I think he touched upon the heart of many of his students who are on the verge of being in suicide also, but going through his session of music therapy could have taken their back on the right track, and they had a confidence in that. So thanks a lot for spending a valuable time and the insights as well as the target audience which are concerned. Do catch up with Mr. Roshan Mansukhani in our next channel of ttalk in our ttalk ek Boond Soch ki. Till then, go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.